estoy sin aliento para no más, desierto y sin amor. Cuando pensé que mi alma había muerto, llegaste tú como la luz del sol. Por ti seré más fuerte que el destino. Por ti seré dueña del dolor. Yo sin ti estaba tan perdido. Por ti seré mejor de lo que soy. Por ti seré más fuerte que el destino. Por ti seré libre del dolor. Yo sin ti estaba tan perdido. Por ti seré mejor de lo que soy. Por ti seré que el destino. Por ti seré yo sin ti estaba tan perdido. Por ti seré mejor de lo que soy. Por ti del dolor. Yo sin ti estaba tan perdido. Por ti seré mejor de lo que soy. Por ti seré mejor de lo
Whoa.
Wow, I believe the voice is amazing. Thank you, Veronica. We are very happy to hear you again. This is the first time I hear your voice, and this is my wow. And I know that there are many partners from around the globe connected, and we do thank you, Veronica. You are super talented. Thanks a lot. Thank you. This is from Veronica. And of course, we will be together. Well, my name is Victor Pinto and Willer Pinter, and I would like to give my regards from Peru. And those who are with us, this is our celebration. Not all those people invited, but all the other citizens of Peru who once left the country for the search for better life, those who left the country to find better life for their children. And you know that our country is now open for all of you to come back. And I want to welcome you all once again, saying that please come to Peru as you are well welcomed. And I've been traveling in many countries, and in any place I feel like at home. I do know that there are a lot of things happening, and great people do a lot of good for the country, but there is always hope. And I am thankful for all the people in all the rooms, all those who will join us. Today, here in Peru, it's early morning. My regards to you all, and Veronica once again for this brilliant start. I would like to tell you about myself. My name is Wilbur, and when I was young, I was I was an entrepreneur. I always wanted to create, invent something. And you know, this entrepreneurship spirit in myself. When you are entrepreneur, you understand that you are good or bad at something. And I had some impediments or bottlenecks in my life. But at some point of my life, I felt nostalgic because it seems that everything goes well, but then bad. And I would like to share my story. Why? Because I know that today there are a lot of people who actually faced a similar thing like myself. They tried many things, but they were a failure. And at some point, you start being doubtful about everything. You lose belief. And thanks to the Lord, 2 years and 4 months, 2 years after, I realized that my life changed and it will change. And many of you understand that we may fight a lot of things. Not everyone achieves the results. Sometimes you don't need enough knowledge, like in my case. But since 2 years ago, I was introduced to the Academy of Private Investor. I'm so grateful to everyone, and I saw this beam of light, and I realized that I can become a co-owner of the global investment portfolio, although at that time I was very doubtful. When you have doubts, you must explore, study, research, getting new knowledge. And almost after 2 years, my life changed. And you know, we are like fighters for our freedom, for our future. You must understand that to be a fighter in this case is not an easy job. You are to be focused and to go forward. But when we have some doubts, you are to receive the required information to get rid of these doubts. And when you understand that you may achieve what once you dream of, it's invaluable. Today, I have confidence. I am confident that everything is perfect. I have my belief. I believe that my life and my future will be even better. And because of this belief, of this confidence, we can share this with everyone, all the people in our world, every family. Why? Because if myself and my life changed, then believe me, I'm sure that when you share this message, to other people, you may change lives of absolutely everyone. In our today's presentation, we will talk about the role of women in global community. Their role is to enrich women and women in any country of our world. And here we share the culture, we exchange this cultural knowledge, And thanks a lot to all of us, to everyone, that today we have this presentation, this meeting. There will be a video, quite good one. A woman in any community, the hearts that speak the language of love. We don't look right, left, down. We look up and we see the universe. And this way we speak to the Lord so that today we bring the best to our planet. We go to any part of the world thanks to the women, thanks to the life given by a woman, love. Well, great. You know, this is a very interesting video, and our culture, our national identity. You can see it. And now it's time to give you Marisol Amer. She is a very powerful woman, the one who established the Association Women in Global Connection. She is a household manager, a businesswoman, real estate agent, cultural mediator. She is an Evorich consultant, ambassador of the School of Leaders, and she is a mom. She is the woman who does everything to help support her family, doing everything possible to make their life as they wish it to be. So she fought for her motherland to achieve these goals. And her name is Marisol Amar. Marisol, the floor is yours. Hello to all of you. Please give me 8 if you can hear me well. If you see me, then please give me a plus. I'm very excited to be with you and welcome. You know, we have a holiday, and when someone has a holiday, then you may invite someone, some other friends. I love you all. My regards from Peru. And thank you very much for this presentation, Viber, because you know, I may talk and communicate with many people, and I am very grateful to our Veronica, who always start our webinars from Peru today with this amazing song with her voice. And you know, this uh, this song or her voice is like a preach. And you know, this organization, Women in the World Community, why did we create it? So that we can reach out any part of the world, and we do it to exchange our experience, cultural experience, and apart from our history sharing and recalling our identity, national identity, we will be enriched from any point of view of our life. As you may know, I was in Europe and was doing interesting activities, and here, women in global community, we talk about a modern woman, a responsible woman, a woman who can become a bridge so that you and me, we can exchange our experience, anything, and share the topics that are of interest to the global community, even without talking about how beautiful our countries are and our goals, which goals we have. But we must move forward, must help everyone. And all the goals, all those characteristics of our life, they must be presented to everyone. And I would like to welcome you all once again. And this invitation and our event is for women. We have a lot of it, we are a lot of in numbers, and if there is some statistics, I'm sure that most women dominate the men. And this is for you, conscientious men, all those who are here with us. I'm sure that you will support us during this presentation, special presentation, where we would like to introduce you to Peru. Well, Peru is one of the reasons why I feel proud and grateful. I was born here and love my country. And Peru women here, we decided to establish this foundation about the connection of women with the global community. Here in Latin America, we know that we share our experience, our stories, and I'm really grateful to come and other female leaders who may have faced similar stories. And thanks to all of you, because in your countries you develop and share love. Share love to your population. And today I would like to introduce to you Peru from the bottom of my heart. And next slide, please. Antonio Raimondi is one of the researchers who was in Peru for a long time, and once he said that Peru is a poor person sitting at the golden stand workshop. Maybe you heard this saying that you are worth Peru, as my country is rich in minerals, in natural resources. The country is rich, and mostly they are misused. And I don't want to talk about this, as I believe many of you have heard of it. I want to talk about the country itself, and I want to sum up, to make a summary. We can wake up Peru people and this thinking, as we may talk about the evolution, and we can do it not with the wealth we have, but if we join our efforts. And this is my wish, long lasting wish. This is the start of something new. Peru is a magic country, is the land where there are a lot of precious things, there are a lot of wealth. Peru is the country that loves its population. And if at some point you may start thinking of the Lord, then I would say that the Lord is from Peru, because Peru is a paradise on the earth. And I will explain why. Peru is in Latin America, in South America, and we are washed by the Pacific Ocean, as you see it in the map. And at this point, the geographical location of Peru indicates the importance of what our country extracts, as its geographical position makes it convenient for the country to have many positive things, including climate and many others. Uh, Peru is not the country everyone knows, but you know, Peru is in fashion because it embraces the diversity. It implies the variety of not only those things I'm going to tell you, but we are known for doing everything with love. And we are the nation of this type. And despite all those conflicts and uncertainties that may exist, we in Peru, and being born here, I am always was learning from the wise man. I like it to do it, and from the wise elder generation. And today I am a mom, and I would like to share with you the importance of our role and why we are here and which direction we take. Next slide, please.
Peru has three main regions, which is the seaside, costa, selva, the forests, and sierra, mountains. So costa is a deserted seaside, Pacific Ocean seaside, where surfing is very popular, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with that sport. And it goes along the entire western coast of the country, side of the country. Then we have Sierra, which is the mountainous area with lots of different mountains. See, they're so beautiful and picturesque on the slides, and you can find any color in this world in those mountains. And it's like a huge variety of natural riches and wealth, and all of it can be found in our country. So it's as if Lord himself is speaking to us through the nature, and we have been created by the Lord, and it is the Lord speaking to us. And I think this is where you can witness the abundance and the beauty of our nature. And selva, with lots of rivers. And I honestly was there. And selva is very important for all the indigenous population. And every person I meet there, I learn something from them. And this is truly spiritual, godly love, and it can all be witnessed on this earth. That's why I'm so fond of my country and willing to share my experience. And this month in July, we have a holiday, all of us. And I'm very glad because it is today that we are here together. It has been 200 years since we became independent. So this is part of the sea coast, the deserted seaside, very similar to Arabic countries like Egypt. We have quite a lot of similar places to them. And also there is some influence, I think, of the Arabic world. As I said, I come from a multi-ethnical family. My children were born in Italy, and they learned the history. And you can see a lot of similarities in the birth of their dad and mom, and all the discoveries that have been made that are considered today as monuments, national monuments. And in Ancash, a very nice city, a couple of days ago, which has a lot of greenery, and the nature has very rich variety, has lots of World Heritage monuments there. And the mountains is the next type of nature. I was born in Cusco, and Cusco is considered to be the city of the empire of Incas. And that's where they had the highest civilization. That's where the best technologies were concentrated. And this is where the empire was built. If I go to Machu Picchu, I literally at a loss. I don't have enough words. Machu Picchu is considered one of the wonders of this world. And every time we go and see what kind of technologies they had in the past, how they built those cities without the modern equipment, I don't really have a clue how they did it. From the very childhood, I was taught that everything that had been built here in Peru, in Machu Picchu, was built by looking at the skies. And that's what I'd like us to do. We would like to look around the world, see that there are so many countries, religions, cultures out there, cultures out there. And I like to be the conduit of the cultural exchange, because all of us have lots of information to share. And that's why this idea was born. This is where this empire was born. And this was based on several principles. Don't be greedy, don't be weak, and don't be a cheat, a liar. And if we just went back to those three basic principles, imagine what we could have achieved so far. Based on those three principles, we would have built our own modern empire. And I'm visualizing it, and I'm sure we can do it together in any part of the world, in any area. Because right now we're waking up, we're becoming conscious, And I would like to address each and every one of you for us to look up, to find the connection with this planet, with our Mother Earth, with the Lord. And I'm sure if we all combine our forces and use the technologies when we can speak in any language, or we can speak one unique language, the language of love. So on the next slide, I want to show you one more wonder of this world, which is the Amazonia of Peru. This is yet another reason why the 2 years since the liberation of Peru is so important. Peruvian Amazonia is considered the last pair of lungs for this planet, and we are responsible for preserving and, if necessary, curing this area, this region. And there are two main elements here, which is the oxygen and water. Although many of us do not really realize how fast we are polluting the environment, I know a lot of conscientious, responsible people here in Peru who take care of those green areas in our country and do their best, not only for the benefit of our country, but at the global level too. And we're doing our best to preserve this area because we know that our country is going through global warming, climate change, and today we would like to invite you to join us so that using this cultural exchange experience, you could, find and claim a piece of you for our Mother Earth to always be healthy and for us to be proud of it. And on the next slide, I would like to share with you one more video. And very soon we're going to watch a video, and this video has inspired so many people. Out of the 114 different climate zones existing in Peru, in the world, Peru has 84 of them, which means that 365 days a year, Peru has different climate areas. We have water, we have oxygen, and fertile soil. Peru used to be considered like a barn for the entire world. Granary, a storage area for all the necessary things and products for the entire planet. And we can organize our products in a better way, I think, today. And we can generate bigger volumes of products in Peru alone compared to the entire world, because we know how necessary nature for us and how much nature gives us. And many people are in need of different products. And I here am ready to make a commitment and start acting right now. And those people who don't have a similar climate and who cannot grow the products that we can here in Peru, I'm ready to help. I'm ready to share it. And many countries right now are in a critical stage. We have water, we have oxygen, and Peru has lots of products and all other things that we can share with those people who are in need. And we're ready to do that too. Let's go to the next slide, please. And since I am the woman who constantly researched quite a lot of cultures, and first of all, my own culture, I very much like the prophecies of the local wise people. It was about the time of changes, and the time of the chaos will soon be over. And this is what I have been seen recently. It is a proof, real proof. There is an organization that has been prophesizing the changes to come. And this prophecy contains the information about the news that we're going to receive from the north, from Europe. And we, being part of the Latin America and the region that is going to share its love, a love that is so in deficit on this earth. And that prophecy was heard many years ago. And I'm the person who knows that that's what's going to happen. And, you know, it's very important for me to share with you this information and to share those feelings that we have here in Peru, the feelings of our brothers. And those prophecies are a reality to us, to me. And we are just the seeds that have been planted. And all of it comes from our belief in who and what we are. And we will always be moving forward, never look back, and make decisions to preserve and protect our beloved planet Earth, which is shining bright and still needs our help. And it will keep on shining, but for now it's moaning and suffering and asks for our help. And here we, present here, you can help with the kingdom that we call our family. You can positively affect what's going on right now on this planet. We have to respect our Earth, because many people already think about escaping this planet. Why? Why would we escape it if we have just one planet and we can help it restore itself? I would like you to see two favorite colors here, the favorite colors of the Lord, the green color and the blue color. Those are the colors that give life. And as a woman, I feel responsible in this process for laying the bridge in the world community of women. And I already see the consequences of the actions of women who promote peace, who share their knowledge and talk about the goals that will help us be free, independent. And as I said, I always talk about different parts of the world, north, south, west, and east. And I would like you to use this cultural exchange initiative to join us and tell us what else we can do together, because the most important thing is already happening here and now. We are together and we are one. And before I became an entrepreneur, before I became a co-owner in the global investment portfolio, and before I became everything that you saw on my visit card, I'm first of all daughter of the Lord, and I have children of my own to guide them in the necessary direction, set them on the righteous path. And I'm very responsible for everything that we can do together. And I would like to look at it with the eyes of hope. And always we should look upwards and realize what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And friends, our connection is free. We don't even need Wi-Fi. We just need to look upwards and feel it because it is real. All the scientific breakthroughs, like, and here we live on this earth and having this incredible experience of life. Let's change the slides. And here you can see a lot of potatoes. By the way, do you know that in Peru, we have more than 3,000 types of potatoes? And those are the incredible products that we have here and grow here in Peru. Here in Peru, as I said, we have different types of potatoes and maize, and just see how different they all are. And we can talk about different products. Incas, they used to cross different mountains, you know, and they left a huge heritage for us. And we as Peruvians, because we didn't know something, we forgot about things like corn, quinoa, potatoes. Lots of people didn't give too much significance to them, but they're very nutritious products. And even in Switzerland, quinoa is one of the vital products. Grown in Switzerland, because it is from quinoa that we can obtain all the nutrients and vitamins. And quinoa is thousands of years old. Can you imagine how long ago they first appeared? And we have a huge variety of things, products. And I don't mean minerals here and fossils, no. By variety, we mean everything. Like cuisine, the gastronomy is very, very rich and represents a lot of different cultures. We have a lot of ethnic groups, dialects in our country, and I'm sure that you would enjoy every single piece of our country, every ethnic group. And let's go to the next slide, by the way. And also we should mention different wildlife. The crest of our country, the coat of arms, bears a different representative of the wildlife. You can see dolphins, pink dolphins too, a lot of beautiful birds, fish, and many other representatives of both the plant and the animal world. And it is here that we produce wool, sheep wool, very expensive and very beautiful. And the previous generations prophesied that the eagle is going to always soar in the sky. And that's what we can see. We see what's happening in the world. And if we pay attention to what's happening in the world, we will realize that all those prophecies are coming true. And This is the central part, or the main part that I wanted to show to you, the botany, the so-called flora, which is one of the richest floras in the world. And we're talking about medicinal herbs too. Peru is going to open a research center where, in addition to the cultural exchange and the exchange between scientific circles, we're going to exchange very vital information. Imagine that when we cook something, we can find solutions to any problem, because since the times immemorial, we passed on from generation to generation the knowledge about the plants, the botany, and we can use it to fight COVID too, and help us treat ourselves and avoid this infection that unfortunately almost conquered the entire world. Those are all natural medicines that help us. And thanks to our cultural exchange, we have so many topics to talk about, and everyone will be able to say something about their country. And I'm sure we will have some common grounds to talk about. And all of you listening to us, I'm sure will have something to share about your country. Let's go to the next slide, and we have a very interesting video presented there.
Desde el inmenso cielo diviso una sábana verde.
From the huge sky, I see the green savanna as huge as my land. This is my motherland, the independent jungle, the sounds of birds, the singing of Arab parrots, the incredible sound of the river descending from the mountain. All this reminds me that I live in paradise, in a place full of charm. This is my selva. This is the Peruvian selva. And in this still safe jungle, a little girl is born, dressed in innocence, and she exclaims, "May poverty disappear. May forests appear again, where I could play, run, walk, listen to stories and legends, leaning against the trunks of thousand-year-old trees, which my parents told me, may the selva of medicinal plants revive again, trusting me with secrets of a healthy life full of happiness. Let poverty disappear, and my parents can give me crystal clear water before going to bed. Feed me with delicious fruit and vegetables grown in the world full of abundance. This is my selva, like many others in this world filled with love, which we call planet Earth.
In addition to this wonder of the world, Amazonia in Peru, there is a very diverse culture. And when I say the word culture, I mean everything: agriculture, politics, music, dancing, folk, pottery, and etc. Ceramics. And all this is an invitation an invitation to you when you are in this program. Women of the global community may share this information with us, similarities of cultures, so that we see the richness of the culture of any nation. And today I would like to tell you about the Peru culture. As I said to you, I was under Italian influence as I lived there for some time, and Arabic countries. And I managed to assess the significance of us being the core, the basis, and the central part of each of us is love. And we come here to share this. And our identity, each of us, is individual and very important in this world, because we, while loving each other, must treat each other with love, with respect. And when we take this road, then the road will seem simpler and easier. Next slide. And here I have such an image. Do it, live fully. So, as a mom, as a woman, everything I do, my children do it. And we are here to influence our life. And everything we do is to do from the bottom of our heart. And I like listening to my daughters. I have 3 daughters. They follow these principles and everything taught by their mom and dad. They value their culture. I lived in Italy, but I was born in Peru, and we did a lot to make sure that our daughters have some values, solid values in their lives. And these values inherited from generation to generation, and they will be inherited by another generation and given to a forthcoming generation. We do it to save our nature, our country, and then future generations must be identified with the future. And this is my today's message and my invitation to all of you. And please do it and enjoy it every day. Start from something small, because it shows the difference. And you may leave the legacy for the future generations to come. Thank you very much, Marisol. I'm back. Thanks for introducing Peru to the entire world, your richness, your rich flora, fauna. We are very grateful to you, Marisol. As you said, everything you do is to make women around the globe to share their cultures. Thank you very much, Marisol. And now, taking this advantage, I would like to invite and give you, and this is my privilege and honor. I'm really excited. I want to give you this great man. He is a visionary, and I believe you understand who I'm talking about. He is Andrey Havratov, who is the founder of the Academy of Private Investor. He is an author of the Crypto Unit program. He is a multidisciplinary businessman, president of the Investment Council, and he is the member and the peacemaker of the International Public Association Generals of the World for Peace. We know that he is one of the best business coaches, investment coaches, and in accordance with Mellon Rich and Finance Time, he is recognized by the world community. And we do remember that Andrey Havratov is one of the well-known leaders of Russia, and his name is in the encyclopedia. And I'm very grateful for him being like he is. And for me, being able to meet him in India and shake his hand. But in addition to that, I'm really grateful to Andrei for the Academy of Private Investor, because Academy of Private Investor helped me to change my life radically as I learned the details of the financial world. And my favorite topic is 8 rules of a private investor. And this is the place where I learned what it means to be financially free and independent. I also learned that these 8 rules provide for not keeping all your eggs in one basket. There is a need for diversification. And only for this, Andrei, myself, and many of us are so grateful to you. And taking this opportunity, I would like to invite you to join us, this awesome visionary, and please welcome Andrei Havratov. Andrei, the floor is yours. Good morning or good evening, as you are in the other part of the world. So Andrei's microphone is not on. Well, welcome, dear friends. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Great. Hello, Mary Soul. Thank you very much for this good presentation. And you know, I was at sea in 1990, 91, 93, and I was in Chile, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, Panama, and I like Latin South America a lot. When I first visited Chile, I had an impression that I was like at home. Then 6 months after, I was in Colombia, and I thought that I have come home. People are different, they speak a different language, but all the rest is similar. You have this kind-hearted feeling as if you're home. Thank you very much, Mary Soul. Your presentation is excellent. And my friends, a lot of them visited Mixture, but I haven't. And quite recently, I came across a video of one person, Russian person, but he lives in California, and he visited one shaman, and they drink some drink in the jungles. There are some good huts, some interesting huts, and I proposed to Armands to go there, and you drink this plant powder or this plant poison, and you stay there for a week fully rested. So I'm very hopeful that quite soon we will go to your region, and I'm very hopeful that next year the next anniversary of our company will be celebrated in Latin America. Maybe Peru will be selected. Thank you for the presentation of your country. And look, guys, I feel really happy to learn what is going on not only in Peru, Latin America, but around the globe. Many people wake up living this anebios state, and this is when people think of the way to feed their household, how to go to work and then come back home in the evening and then watch TV. Whereas this time actually passes by, new generation is coming. They are not interested in TV. They don't need satellites like 10, 20 years ago, but the new generation, millennials and indigo children 30 years ago. And we come to a stage that now new people, new generation being born. Among them, there are those who are pure consumers who simply need a lot of money, thinking about nothing. They are ready to sell their soul to devil. And there are a lot of fairy tales in many countries when a poor person sells his soul to a devil and becomes rich. I know that in many countries there are similar fairy tales. So he sells not his soul but his heart to become rich. And quite recently, about 2 decades, era has started when we entered the 21st century. And you remember, we were said that the end of the universe will come as soon as we enter the year of 2000. There was one US blockbuster, 12, 12, 12, with a catastrophe and the planet ruining and etc. So you may watch this movie. So 2012. I don't remember the exact name. And that's true that at that time in the 2000, when I studied, I was trained by energy technology people. So those people who deal with the personal development, they develop themselves and others. And when I studied from 2008 to 2011 very actively from them, and then many people said that in 2012 another end of the universe will happen. Why? Because there were a lot of people thinking as consumers. As I said before, buying a large TV set, at weekend go to some clubs, casino, lose their money, then from Monday to Friday earn this money. And it happened until the 2012. But starting from the 1950s, people wanted to find a job, live till the retirement age, then retire, and hoping that when they are retired, everything will be life. But it didn't happen. So they earned throughout their life, but then they retired and they had to work until the death. Whereas starting from the 1990s, these indigo children were promoted and they received information from the outer space, and the mankind started to awake gradually, and they start thinking, what, in addition to the TV set, to our collapsing our universe. And we see that today many people are thinking in a different way. Yes, they want to put on us some masks or impose on us viruses, vaccination. And you know, in many resorts of the world, if you are not vaccinated and you don't have a certificate, you may not book a room and go to that resort. I don't know how it happens in Latin America, Peru, but in Europe, Russia, Eurasia, they already started this experiment to make people vaccinated. I feel surprised. It is silly. So we won't come to your resort, then we will buy a tent and live nearby a sea, at the sea coast, on any other place. So the person who is not wishing to be vaccinated, he will find a way out. But look, what happens, dear friends? Marisol is right when saying that as soon as we learn being positive thinkers, we may change not only our life, but the life of the world surrounding us, and not of our country only, but the other countries. So these disasters taking place, floods in Russia, Europe, the United States, in Latin America, it's quite fine. But all these flood related disasters, I may not say that this is the lesson of the Lord. These are our climate conditions under the heavy precipitation in winter. And therefore, now we have it. And it happens quite rare, but sometimes it happens. And many people believe that this is the revenge of the Lord to many people thinking in a bad way. And look, in case on the planet of Earth there are about 1 billion positive thinkers who think in a positive way, and every day they wake up or go to bed by thinking that our planet is manna of the heaven, and I love everything on this planet, the life nature and non-life nature, and conveying only these energies to the world, then we can impact the climate conditions without even talking the physical conditions. And it has been proven long ago that when a woman and a man love each other truly and a hurricane starts, then with the power of their love, they may stop it. They will say, we love each other. The energy of love may stop the hurricane. It has been proven many times. And look, if it is possible, let's assume that it is possible, then a person with the power of his thought, if he finds his second beloved, and when he understands that there is this universal love like the Lord, the Jesus, I believe he is the suspended Lord, but there are some other schools. But he came into this world to give people love and belief. And there is such a saying, so it is upon your belief. And there is another saying that love is in everyone's heart. So, and love the nearby like yourselves. And the power of love, the energy of love in terms of vibrations is the strongest. And when you eradicate this energy of love, not simply saying I love, but also when you frequently say I love my dad, mom, children, wife, husband, or when a person says I don't, when a person doesn't love people, but he says that I love people, then there are some transformations in DNA, and DNA of love combats those with no love. There were some research in the 70s, 80s, 19 in the 1970s, 1980s, when in a room there are some room plants and some negative people came into that room, and all their grief was actually given to flowers. They pronounced it. And 1 month after, all these plants started to die. And in DNA cell, they found dead cells. So plants were dead. But then, 1 month after, another team of people full of love, and when they tell these plants how they love them and they love other people and their life, and then within a month these people are in this room, and these people utter these words of love to these plants. And this is a paradox. Because of this energy of love, strong energy of love, the plants, the flowers revived and they started to blossom. They got flowers. What does this mean and what does this prove? It proves that a person may make his life bad or good. You know, as they say, the Lord and the devil is inside each of us. In Chinese world, there is yin yang, and it is inside everyone, both the good and the bad, and only a person himself selects which road to take. And judging on this, we can assume that a person may turn himself into the good or the bad, the Lord or the devil, poor or rich, and it depends on you whether to be poor or rich. And when we established the Academy of Private Investor, one of the key goals was to enlighten people in financial literacy. But it was quite a paradox. And since when I was 18, I started these energy information technologies. And then when I was 35 years of age, there was the science of energy information technologies. And when in 2011 and this year, on the 15th of September, the Academy of Private Investors celebrates its 10th year, there was a goal of promoting love in financial literacy. But 1 year after, I noticed that there are the same tools of investing, teaching people how to invest, how to prevent and multiply. Two persons using the same tool, people using the same tool. In case of one, the capital grows up, investing grows up, but the other person loses everything. And I started to figure out the problem. So they use the same technologies, the same knowledge, financial knowledge and technologies. And then I started to realize that the person who lost everything, he has a philosophy of a poor person. The one who starts earning money and grows his capital, then with the help of my knowledge, 8 rules of private investor, as our host says. So these are the people who started to make themselves rich. They absorbed the knowledge and conveyed them into the rich personality, wealthy or well-off personality. And I realized this in 2012, that we are to deal not only with instruments and technologies of financial literacy, but the financial success. If you don't have a philosophy of a winner, a philosophy of richness, a philosophy of universal life and love, and through this love, you can get everything. So understand or perceive himself as a blessed being, and he is almighty like the Lord. And when I started to create in people this root or this foundation of a rich person, then these people instantly, it took 2 or 3 months or even 3 weeks, people wrote me, Andrey, how it could be in 2012 there was a meditation money magnet. It is available in Spanish. I will send it to Marisol. It's like a book. You may listen to me in Russian, but there is the subtitles, so you may read the subtitles in your language. It's like a book. You click and change the books. So you need to do it twice a day. And 3 weeks after, people wrote to me, Andrey, it couldn't be possible. I could not believe it. It was bad, but now I have a good job. So my debts were returned. Before that, I lost in Forex, but now I'm winning. And I could not believe it, but it's simple. We created the physical cell. We have billions of cells, and every 28 in 28 days, the cell is halved. And if you studied the biology, and in Russia it is class 6, 7, that the person is composed of cells and vessels, and in 28 days the cell is halved. But if a person watches TV, these bad news, and I travel a lot, no matter where you go, they talk about vaccines to be vaccinated. You'd better be vaccinated rather than bury your relatives. So there are these horrible stories, and this is what they put into our brains. So in 28 days, the cell is halved, and there is this information, vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. 1 year ago, when there was a peak of corona, I visited countries, 90% of the people at airports were in masks, whereas today I go there and 98% of people are in masks. There should be a mask, or I don't believe this virus. I think this is a quantum, biologically quantum virus. This is my personal humble view, my personal view. You may agree or disagree, but most importantly, what you must understand, in case we are under pressure of this, today it is vaccine, but tomorrow they will tell you are poor, poor, poor. They make us zombies. And then we, with the help of affirmations, with the help of saying, I'm rich, I'm millionaire, I'm a billionaire, I'm rich, I'm healthy, I live long, I am in good state. And even it was noted, even a person when it had the third group cancer, but he believed in healing himself with his thoughts, and he understands where his cancer is located, then he could manage to liquidate it. And it is already proven.
And if we can do that, then we can influence us becoming rich. And the Academy of Private Investors give incredible knowledge to people. We have now launched new courses, and whether fortunately or unfortunately, the investment instruments that we have that are still on sale in our investment ecosystem, in the NEEW ecosystem, only qualified accredited investors will be able to buy those instruments. So it's category 1 to 4. The third category is the lowest, the third category is higher, then the first category is even higher, and then the highest category. So by introducing those categories, we want to protect ourselves and people from unknowing or non-conscientious investors. And also we would like to introduce the master's course. And master's, which is like a magistrate, it's called based on the word magic, mage. And as you know, every 28 days, the cell splits. And then you tell yourself you are a successful person, you are a rich person, money comes to you with pleasure. You allocate money, you make more, you put aside 10%, you invest correctly. And all those words that I'm saying, and you're listening to them in the morning, 10 minutes, in the evening, 10 minutes, and then in 21 days, you can listen it to once a week or twice a week. And that information will stimulate the growth of a rich personality, you. So you can change yourself as a personality. You can become a rich, prosperous person, a person who loves other people. You can influence yourself. And if we do that for our own benefit together, if Peru, for example, people, for 1% of people at first, then I made a conclusion, we're not still numerous enough. We're 0.5% of the global population. Our goal is to have 15%. And I think with the new technologies, the perfume brand EvoScent, we will be able to send for free our perfumes, not even $35, but for free. And the perfumes will be created in such a way as to attract people through smell to becoming successful. And I said, let's put perfumes in this warehouse and meditate for 21 days. like money magnet meditation and others. So imagine a person puts some perfume, and even without hearing our meditation, but using our techniques, they will be already predisposed to success. So on the one hand, it seems like nonsense and fairy tales, but it works. And we can influence all those processes. Well, of course, if a person does it, well, you know, there is this internet meme where there is a rain of coins, and one person is protecting himself with an umbrella, and the other one is opening his arms to receive all that coins, those coins. So it depends on the person whether they want to be on that rain or not. But if we create this field of success, then everyone will sooner or later get under the umbrella of this success, those people who surround you. So we, people on the planet Earth, can change the situation. And those things related to Corona, and in future, they have predictions that economic crisis might come that quite surely can hit regardless of the American dollar. And now 36 trillion or $35 is the sovereign debt, and 36 trillion is the amount of money other countries owe America, and their balance is like 2-3 trillion. So their +1 surplus doesn't really save them. So we need to get ready. There might be a crisis, there might be not. Well, we should be ready. We have such people as Albert and Marisol. We have people like Kam, who might speak today or did show already. So we have people already working on creating a field energy of love and prosperity. So we are already ready. We have financial instruments. We have the investment market, educational market through the Academy of Private Investors, Evorich as a marketing company where you can come and make money with us. We have our own blockchain, very high level blockchain too. We have our own exchange, and in September, October, we're gonna add 50, 100 currency pairs. We have our own payment system. We have businesses that we created together, and they're already have been launched and will give incredible results in very short time. So we've built an ecosystem that allows us to solve a lot of problems, including personal problems and financial problems. So there is this notion of micro thinking and macro thinking. Micro thinking is when a person thinks only about making money and they don't care what's happening in the world, or what it matters is that I'm okay. If my neighbor is not okay, I don't care. What matters is that I'm okay. This is micro thinking. Whereas macro thinking is when you're okay, make sure that your neighbor is okay as well. Go and tell me how they can become rich. Tell them how they become rich. Or just put the money magnet meditation on loud volume for them to hear it, through the walls, or all the neighbors, like I do. I put it on loud volume, and then neighbors have to hear it. If not, they just pass by. But it influences. Because we are able to influence the processes of prosperity and wealth of the entire humanity. And when we have 15%, 1 billion people, we'll be able to influence the thinking. Some people say that when we have 15%, we should go into politics, create our own political party. No, never. We should not do that. We can use the power of thought. We can put positive people into the government. They will be doing their best for the humanity, for the country to prosper. And in other countries, people will say, yes, we want this planet to be healthy. And our task is to spread the word, tell people what we do. Tell them we have financial investment education. We can make people learn how to make money. We have investing, and by learning investing, you can become a rich and prosperous person. And the people that you've heard today might hear after me will do their best for that to happen. They will extend their helping hand for you to become rich and prosperous. I would like to congratulate you all on today's event. Wish you love, prosperity, and everything to be okay in your family. And if it's okay in your family, then in the city and the country and the planet you live in will be okay as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Andrey. We're very happy. I'm full of emotions. You might not see it, but I am. Yes, I did listen to the Money Magnet meditation, and I'm sure many people haven't yet, but I'm sure they will be glad to listen to it, because this video, this meditation helps you change your thinking. And when I started listening to it, you know, my economic state was not very good. My emotional state was not very good. And you know, not everything was okay. And I knew that I could change the situation. And then 6 months later, I went to India, and I was able to shake the hands of so many people. And I was very happy. And I saw that we can share our knowledge and experience with so many people. Thank you very much. This is such a huge honor. And from all the families that receive knowledge from you and the Academy of Private Investing. And as you said, if we spread the word, if we spread the information, we will be able to grow and move forward. Thank you very much. Marisol, did you want to share something? By the way, Andrey is saying, I would like to say a few words. Can I say a few words? Yes, sure. In October, we're going to have a 7-year anniversary of our company. Because of the COVID restrictions, not everyone will be able to come, but most probably it's going to happen in Dubai. This event will be held in Dubai. We're going to be there at the Expo, Dubai Expo. Our company, UGPay Group, will be one of the general sponsors. We will be presenting blockchain, UGPay Group, crypto exchange, our payment system, and quantum technologies. And then we're going to have on the 15th and 16th of October training on investment consulting. The first training group that then will be spreading the correct information about investment financial literacy across the world. And then on the 17th, we're going to have our event. We will announce it in August. So those people who would like to come are welcome to do so. We're going to have very serious training, investment consultant training. We're going to launch it online in September. But at Dubai, we're going to have the offline session, and the certificates will be given there. So on the 17th of October, I think it's going to be Sunday, we will have event for everyone. I'm sure, I understand that not everyone will be able to come, but those who are, you can already start working with us, making money, and set the task to be there, set the objective, because those who will be there will be our new leaders, the new brand of leaders that are not simply multi-level marketing leaders, but leaders of multi-level crowd investing, and with a focus on investing consultant, new type of investment consultants. Those are the consultants that can create the big army of qualified professional investors. So we invite everyone to this wonderful event, and then we will plan this work for the next year, and then celebrate our success together. So I'm giving back the floor to you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you, Andrey. we're here in Latin America, working really hard on coming to Dubai. And we are putting in practice all the knowledge that you shared with us. We're very, very happy. We're happy that everything here depends on personal growth. And if I had to live this life and the community that we have created, I don't think I would be able to. And I'm so glad that we have this platform to share our experience and knowledge. Thank you very much, Andrey. We are sending you our kisses and hugs from here, from Peru, from Latin America. And if you do come, we're waiting, looking to seeing you. I will take you to Machu Picchu, show it to you how it is, and show you how our country looks like from inside. Because I'm so happy that we're here today together. And I really hope that we're gonna meet all together, take everyone by the hands, hug each other, and then take a trip across Peru. So Andrey, will be looking forward to seeing you in Peru, and let's work really hard here. And I promise you, we will do our best for you to come here. We're waiting for you to host you here, to honor your name, and do it like Latin Americans do, you know, very hospitable nation. And thank you very much. Thank you to everyone, to our interpreters and all the people who helped us organize this webinar and meeting. Thank you very, very much. Yes, bye-bye. And we would like to again invite Veronica Higuita. And Veronica has such a wonderful voice that I was really impressed when I first heard her voice. It was something incredible. And Vilbe patched in saying that we will do lots of work here with our team. We will do our best under the Peruvian flag, and we will go to Dubai. We will organize everything in the best way for us to come to Dubai. And Veronica, you have the floor. We would like to enjoy your voice once again.
Cuando vivo solo sueño un horizonte falto de palabras. En las sombras y entre luces todo es negro para mi mirada. Si tú no estás junto a mí, aquí tú, en tu mundo, separado del mío por un abismo. Oye, llámame, yo volaré a tu mundo lejano, por ti volaré. Que llegaré, tú eres tú. Y volaré por cielos y mares hasta tu amor. Abriendo los ojos por ti, contigo viviré. Cuando estás lejano sueño un horizonte falto de palabras, y yo sé que siempre estás ahí, una luna hecha para mí, siempre iluminada para mí, por mí. divide por ti. Volaré por cielos y mares hasta tu amor. Abro los ojos por ti, contigo yo viviré por ti. Volaré por cielos y mares hasta tu amor. Por ti, contigo yo viviré por ti. Volaré.
¡Wow! Se me eriza la piel, Marisol.
Thank you very, very much, Veronica. I think many people felt shivers down their spine, literally goosebumps. Thank you very much, Marisol, Veronica. And Marisol, I think I would like to give you the floor to wrap up this meeting. Yes, thank you. I invite you to follow us on Instagram to see when we organize our meetings, because I'm gonna be very happy to see your presentations, see what you have to say about your country. And please remember that no matter what you do it with love, because that's the way to go forward. Join us on Instagram. And I would like to show you one more video about our country. Hopefully you will like it. And I would like to wish you good evening and see you on our next meeting.